He told them he understood, that he could help, that he'd be there when no one else was, but behind the comforting words was something far more sinister. What started as cries for help ended in screams no one heard. Until now. If you've ever felt the weight of injustice, if you've ever wanted karma to finally show up, you're in the right place. Hit that like button, subscribe, and get ready for a story where evil thought it would win until the gavel came down. To the outside world, Takahiro Shiraishi was just another user on social media. Quiet, friendly, maybe even helpful. His bio read like a lifeline to the broken. I want to help people who are really in pain. Please DM me anytime. He didn't shout. He didn't brag. He whispered in the dark corners of Twitter, now called X, where no one else dared to look. He looked for pain. Real pain. People who posted about wanting to end their lives. He sought them out like prey. And he didn't come offering hope. He came offering company in death. He would say, "I'll help you do it." Or if you're scared, "I'll go with you. We'll die together." He wrapped his words in empathy. And to people drowning in despair, it sounded like someone finally understood. But Takahiro never planned to die with them. He planned to do something far more worse. They were mostly young women, teenagers, early 20s. All but one were female, all of them deeply vulnerable. And while the world scrolled past their cries for help, Takahiro slid into their DMs with one hand and sharpened the knife with the other. He told them he had a place. Somewhere private, quiet, safe. He used their trust like currency, like a lockpick. 9 people walked into that place. Only one was male, the boyfriend of one of the girls. Takahiro killed him too, just to keep him quiet. These weren't mercy killings, not even close. He raped many of the women before killing them. Even when they had begged for it to be quick, he prolonged their fear, their agony. And then he dismembered them, stored their remains in coolers, lived alongside them, like trophies. For a while, he got away with it. He targeted the forgotten, the lonely, the ones no one expected to hear from again. And it nearly worked until one brother refused to let go. One of the young women Takahiro lured had a family that wouldn't stay silent. They started digging, tracing her last online activity. They found her conversations, her tweets, her DMs, and they found him. The man with the kind words and the deadly intentions. The police closed in. When they raided his apartment, they didn't just find evidence. They found horror. Body parts, hair, coolers filled with pieces of 9 lives. Takahiro confessed, coldly, casually, as if it was just a routine. The trial was chilling. Takahiro's lawyers argued that his crimes weren't murder, that his victims had consented to die. They wanted to charge him with consensual homicide, a crime that carries just 7 years in prison in Japan. 7 years for manipulating, raping, murdering, and dismembering 9 souls. His defense? They wanted it. I only helped. It was like watching a wolf insist it was just guiding the sheep to rest. But the judge saw through the lies. He didn't see a helper. He saw a predator. In court, he said, the dignity of the victims was trampled upon. These were cunning and cruel acts. He preyed on people who were mentally fragile. No one in that courtroom could deny it. Takahiro didn't offer peace. He weaponized pain for his own twisted thrill. And so the gavel dropped. 9 counts of aggravated murder. One final sentence. Death. Hanging. He didn't cry. He didn't scream. When they led him to the gallows, he wore the same blank face he wore in court. But justice doesn't always need theatrics. Sometimes it's the silence that speaks loudest. Every step he took toward the rope was one his victims never got to take again. And as that final moment arrived, no last tweet could save him. No DM. No lie. The man who promised to die with his victims finally did. Alone. Exactly like he planned it for them. This wasn't just justice served. It was the echo of voices the world ignored, finally heard. May their names be remembered longer than his, and may monsters like him always meet the end they deserve. If this story shook you even a little, hit that like button. Drop a comment and tell us, what does true justice look like to you? And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that expose darkness and the light that rises to face it. Until next time, stay safe, stay aware, and stay human.